Hello everybody and welcome. As always, come over here to the subscribe button, hit that subscribe, hit that bell icon, click on all, and that way you won't miss a video. Let's get started. So for a quick look at the markets, we are still seeing some continuation up here. It's looking really more like correction up before a bigger move down, but we do have some of these clusters forming here for buy signals. So time will tell how and what direction we will take. We'll see. There's nothing else going on. The markets are boring. Let me set a fire to your brain right now about this Gooner slash Pokemon slash OnlyFans slash furry economy that we got going on here. Usually what happens is that we have now a different money flow that's occurring where we have tons of content creators making content about the product while also selling the product. And of course we're talking about Pokemon, but this can apply to any TC. So you have a new user getting into the product, they create content about the product, they distribute content and the product, people consume the content and are inclined to buy the product, and then this causes them to themselves try to buy and sell the product. It's reinvesting in the community that you believe in. So let me show you a different graphic of what's going on, and is this really sustainable? How much longer can this last for? And this is the OnlyFans Pokemon economy. So what's going on here? So we have OnlyFans profits. Adult content earnings are being made at an insane pace. You have people making tremendous wealth, in some cases wealth that can be passed down from generation to generation and they would be fine. Okay, so now some of this wealth has gone into buying Pokemon, buying cards, packs, inventory, right? The same content creator may also have a rip and ship on the side, right? So you have, not only does the adult content pay for Pokemon packs in the same videos, it's not necessarily directly advertised, but when you go to the person's profile, you kind of know that they're kind of one of those promoters of illicit content, if you know what I'm saying. So they make both OnlyFans content behind a paywall and then free Pokemon content where they're advertising both their Pokemon cards and their OnlyFans. And then the money that they're using from their OnlyFans is coming right back into Pokemon. Well, you may say this is good, but this money is coming from somewhere, and how long, the real question is, and this is not really an economic question professionally, but like, how long can Gooners last just funneling money to all these girls? But people are creating AI girls now that are making money. So this is out. Some people out there just have unlimited fuck you money, and they just are sitting on the they don't know what to do with it. So this is kind of like the circular flow of money that's happening internally in Pokemon right now. And as you could see, the growth of the hobby has been so rapid just in the last 2 years alone. Not just from this, obviously, this is just only a small portion of it, but a lot of companies realizing scarcity is true value. And you can create valuable products by introducing scarcity into your collectible card game. So that segues into what we just got released. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is finally doing full arts. This is actually pretty crazy. So you're looking at a Dark Magician full art, and then I'll link this in the description, obviously. A full art Dark Magician. Take a look at all this art over here. So they're finally listening to the masses. They're finally creating exclusive items, and you'll still have your players of the game, and you may actually attract new players. This scarcity, this hype, attracting collectors into the market, because there's a lot of collectors out there who want to put their money into something that is truly scarce. The problem we have with dollar money or fiat money is it's paper, and it's constantly being printed every day. So going with something that's truly scarce, and that's the appeal to Bitcoin as well, is true value. And that's why earth metals are very useful in everyday life, but they're also scarce, because there's a lot of work and effort that has to go into mining them out of the earth. But that ties in directly to what we're looking at over here. They're about to create a Yu-Gi-Oh! Gold mine. This could be a sign that the bubble is popping when Konami finally has to respond this late. All their money that they were making was completely absorbed into One Piece and these other TCGs that were introduced. They have to finally respond. Close to this releasing is when hype is slowly starting to die or leave. If it comes back and we have a resurgence of insane amounts of cards coming out. People have money to spend, and it's not just content creators buying from each other. Some of this artwork here that's being introduced is fantastic. I'm on board. I'm on board. I didn't play Yu-Gi-Oh like that, but I've collected lots of the cards, and now they just announced full arts. They're gonna get me back into Yu-Gi-Oh. And some of the things that we loved about Yu-Gi-Oh is that it was kind of unique. The designs were unique. They looked crazy. They looked insane. Pokemon, when you were younger, it felt a little bit, you almost started kind of growing out of it because some of the designs were cute. You know, so the legendaries were amazing, but you didn't get some of the artworks that you were getting in Yu-Gi-Oh. And case in point, this looks insane. So here's some more that we're looking forward to. This is actually I'm dumbfounded. This is gonna be insane. People are gonna probably slowly enter into One Piece for the holidays, and then One Piece will have its hype into early January, maybe early February, and then we'll have, once these full arts release, I don't know what the exact release date is, I think it's in March, then you'll see hype fade away from Pokemon and One Piece and then go into Yu-Gi-Oh for a little bit. But Konami's really gotta play their cards right for us to see some insane movement into their space. I mean, there's so much opportunity here. And not to mention, they've also discussed releasing serialized cards. So now we're getting into the straight heat, the straight fire. Imagine a Dark Magician serialized. Dude, are you kidding me? This is where I'm going to end the video because my brain is about to go crazy. But a serialized Dark Magician, do you know how much money that's going to go for? I can't wait to see the eBay bids on this. I can't wait to see. That is estimated to be released in March or late February of next year. So keep on the lookout. Maybe start saving some money on the side. And the hieroglyphs in the back. Dude. Oh my god. I can't believe this. Alright, well, on that note, and as always, intelligence over instinct, created to think, not to react. I'll see you in the next one.